Helen is in Gosport. Helen, what's on your mind?
Well, the reason so many people have become Brexiteers is because they've been living with your cruddy, electric, shiny, non-working box for decades called the EU. And many of those people have been reading the Court of Auditors reports.
Just to push you for detail, if I may,
the EIB.
The economic performance of this country since we joined the common market has obviously been unprecedentedly high. It's far from perfect, but what do you mean by cruddy? What are you pointing at when you...
I'm just quoting you, that's all.
No, you're not.
Well, you've just said a cruddy box, and I said the cruddy box that I've been living with...
So what are the negatives that you've been living with?
Well, for example, all these billions that the auditor of the Court of Auditors repeatedly says, for example, about the European Investment Bank, and he keeps on calling for proper professionals. I'm going to his words, not mine.
See, here's the thing. There's a website called Full Fact. No, you have to listen to me, because I've explained several times you can't come on the radio and repeat nonsense that you've swallowed from a right-wing newspaper.
No, I'm reading the NAO.
Here is the website, Full Fact. Recognised as independent, is the EU's budget signed off by auditors? Claim is it hasn't been signed off for years. The auditors say the accounts have been accurate since 2007. They have historically recorded significant errors in how money is paid since their first audit in 1995. In the most recent year, they found a significant part of the EU's spending was largely error-free for the first time.
I haven't made any comment about that. What I'm saying is that the Court of Auditors auditor on the EIB audits keeps on calling for proper professionals to be employed at the EIB to be able to distribute the money that we've all been pouring in, and furthermore, to make sure that those receiving all the monies are capable of actually spending them in a proper manner. But the real reason I rang up is that I very much hope that Theresa May will resign gracefully and quietly and get somebody in.
The EIB auditors are
are
external auditors, as you know. 2012, the Audit Committee, in consultation with the Management Committee of the EIB, agreed to the renewal of KPMG's initial 4-year term as Group External Auditor for the additional period of 3 years in accordance with the International Call for Tender process concluded in 2008. But you know all this. So why has Boris Johnson resigned?
I don't know. I'm not Boris Johnson.
Why has David Davis resigned?
What I would imagine, because I'm not David Davis either, I would imagine he's fed up with being undermined.
How has he been undermined?
Seems to be the case. Because one of the papers that was fished out over the weekend, apparently, was one which he had not seen before.
Yes. He's had 2 years in the job. What would you point to as evidence of what he's done well?
I'm not David Davis.
No, I know you're not, but you're an admirer of David Davis and you think he's been undermined. So he's had 2 years in the job. What do you think his greatest hit has been?
Getting on with his job in the most difficult of circumstances.
So what has he done? As he's done the job, what has he done? You can't just say he's done the job. You need to point to the result of the job that he's done. What do you most admire? What is the achievement of David Davis?
There is no result to be done until the negotiations are terminated, and it's foolish of anybody.
So why didn't he come up with a negopating strategy? He had 2 years. That's all I'm asking. Just tell me something good that he's done.
I will pass a comment on that question.
Good.
When the negotiations have been started.
But he won't be there, so you're not going to be able to say he's done well in a negotiation that he's not part of. He's been in a job for 2 years. I want you to tell me what he's done during that 2-year window that you find impressive. Actually, you don't even have to find it impressive. You could find it rubbish. Just tell me something that he's done.
Well, what do you think's rubbish, then?
I don't care whether it's good or bad. I just want you to name something that he's done in 2 years.
He's got on with his job.
Yes, what's he done?
I don't actually work in his office, and what he...
No, I know. You live in the country. That he's a cabinet minister. It's not. So what's he done, Helen? What's he done?
If you are working on preparations for any sort of negotiation...
What's he done, Helen?
Whether they be...
So you don't work in Philip Hammond's office, but you know he's done budgets, don't you?
Whether they... Yes.
So what's David Davis done?
When he has published his budget, and Davis, as yet, has not got to the point of publishing where
Why not?
the
He's had 2 years.
points are, because the negotiations have not yet started.
The negotiations started when we triggered Article 50.
Article 50.
They started 18 months ago. So I'll ask you for the final time, because I don't want to embarrass you unduly. What has David Davis done?
Because it's
What's
an
he done?
irrelevant question.
What's he done?
It is an irrelevant question.
Oh, I apologise. It's 11:15. That last call there was actually a beautiful distillation of Brexit itself, wasn't it? You could hear at the point where I asked Helen to name one thing that David Davis had done. She rang in to tell us that she thinks David Davis should be the next Prime Minister. Name one thing he's done that's good. And you can hear her, oh, God, I can't. I'm going to just say some words and hope that I get away with it. Or, oh, my God, I can't actually... I've run up a national radio station to say that David Davis should be Prime Minister. But I can't name a single thing he's done in 2 years in a job for which he was paid 140 grand a year. What was I thinking? But I can't admit that I've made a terrible fool of myself. So I'm going to have to just say stuff about undermining or other things. And that's Brexit.